All right, welcome back to the Deceiver Stools. This is session 6, entitled Symbols and Substances. Last session, the group made it further into the crypt underneath the Shrine of Bray, came to find a strange golden substance sitting in a brazier similar to the other ones that they've located already. When they relinquished it from the setting that it was in, out of the water around them came these strange, oily-skinned creatures with no eyes and large claws and just weird smiling teeth. They defeated those creatures quickly, and after doing so, left off there. So that's where we leave off after the terminus of the last of these creatures. Floor is yours.
Am I unconscious still?
You appear to have been healed.
Paralyzed, and no, you saved against that yourself.
Am I supposed to have a blank screen?
What's that?
Am I supposed to have a blank screen?
Oh, right. Hold on. How about
there
that?
she is.
Ooh.
Okay,
Oh, okay, so they're all dead.
correct.
Alright, so what color vials do we have so far? We have blue, black, gold, and green.
And green.
Oh, why are there children?
So why? Oh, you can hear him
Yeah.
through the door.
I don't think Twitch is broadcasting it.
It's the souls of the things you just killed.
Wait, what
I thought
happened?
I had a.
That's
I thought I had a
terrible.
vial.
You did? Did you put it in your inventory?
I guess not. What color was my vial?
You took the
I
one
think
off.
you had the gold one.
No, you took the one off the white. It had a blue one.
Oh, okay.
I've got the
I'll add
gold
it.
substance still.
I wish there was a way to make the text box wider in your character sheet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
Anyway.
Let's see.
So the middle cup thing, it has, it's the liquid inside it?
No.
Or is it just the vial's sitting on top of it, right?
The vial was sitting inside of like a slot in the center of it,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Oris reached in, grabbed it. When he lifted up above, the light from it kind of pulsed out, and that's when the ghouls came out of the water. After defeating the ghouls, it's still glowing, the substance, and that light that lingered where it pulsed is dissipated.
Okay.
And then, as far as the room goes, there's the water around you, which is kind of an oily kind of water. There are two pathways that appear to head south, from what you can see. One water-filled, one not. And then there are two passageways to the east that look like they enter into the wall itself, that you kind of came from, but it's probably some sort of alcove or something behind the long hallway that brought you to this place.
Do we quickly check out that little alcove because it can't be that big, and then keep moving south?
Yeah. I agree. Can we just move?
Yeah, you can move around.
Kilda, you've got the other two substances, haven't you?
Yeah, I think I have a black one and
The green?
I think the green one was passed off to Davos, actually.
really?
I think
Okay.
so.
So
Whoa.
yeah, not sure what that was.
Can I
Audio.
turn around or something to make my
Um,
light go the other way?
Well, you don't have light.
Oh, I thought I had a lamp on.
Oh, well, then hold on, let me turn that on for you.
Would you like the gold substance, Kilda?
Sure.
For you, Oris,
I have the gold. Oh, never mind. I have a blue vial.
for you, Oris, the gold light does appear to be a decent form of light. It also is a bit better than a torch in that you can put it somewhere on you to see instead of holding a torch and having to drop it every time you engage in a fight.
Actually, Kilda, I'm going to keep hold of this.
Be my guest.
It's unlike all of you, I can't see in the dark.
Didn't we determine that he can't see in the dark?
Yeah, he cannot. So he has a light. It's the golden
Yeah.
substance, and then you have your lantern attached to your belt, and then everyone else in the group, except for the
Oh.
Dragonborn, can see in the dark.
This bottom passage kind of just goes down. Oh, Stephanie can't.
Can you hear now, Stephanie? We can't hear you.
The ghouls'
What have you
bodies.
The ghouls, what?
The ghouls' bodies. If I went up to one and grabbed one, what's underneath the ichor, the
Yeah, as you kind of
walls?
like.
Oh, this is just a dead end.
Oh, sorry. Hold on a second, real quick, Kate. Stay there. I'll get to you in a second. There is something in there, but I haven't described it to you. And then let me get back to Lewis real quick. You pick up one of the bodies and kind of lift it up. The oily substance starts to peel off of it, kind of falling to the ground, and you see that the teeth kind of show to what appears to be a young smiling child, kind of locked in this. Like, if you've ever watched old Batman the Animated Series, someone hit by like the Joker gas, like literally the face you're looking at is that, and it looks like it's a young teenage lad who is basically locked in this. It also looks like he's wearing like sacrificial garb, and it looks like there are cuts on him that appear to be in kind of strange and very arcane-looking patterns.
Or is he gonna make sure the neck's snapped and drop the body and just nod to himself, having thought as much that
Okay.
something along this line?
Good deal.
Stephanie, can you hear us?
Nod your head. Okay.
We can't hear you though.
Yeah, it's really strange.
What can I learn about the magic you use on these things?
Make an Arcana check, and then I'll get to Kate in her search in the back corner there. Kate, when you come around to that alcove, in the back wall, there are 3 slots in the center. Basically, like clefts in the stone that are about 3 feet deep into the wall. And each one of them is laying a body of a person wrapped in linens and kind of stained over time with kind of like this brownish kind of color. Sitting on the chest of the one on the bottom is a sword. Sitting on the chest of the one in the middle, as you kind of peek up to look at it, probably about the extent of the height that you can see it, it looks like it is holding a small buckler or shield, and you're kind of too short unless you climb up there to see the third body. But you can tell that there's one up there.
Ooh, can I climb up there and take a peek?
Sure. The 2 weapons that I mentioned before are a bit rusted and old. They look like they've been down here for some time. But when you pop up to the last one, what the heck's happening? Audio issues this week are abound. It's good times. You would find in its hands, it's holding an amulet.
Oh, I want to wipe that amulet.
Okay. The symbol on it is a sun symbol, very similar to what you've seen in the past. And
Okay.
yeah, that's about it. Okay, back to the main room. What'd you get on the Arcana check, Chad?
22.
Okay. The spell that was used here looks like it was kind of done ritualistically, but done in a normal fashion. The spell is Create Undead, or Animate Dead.
Interesting. Was that like recent, or does this look like some sort of like really ancient kind of magic?
Very old.
Okay, so these aren't recently made.
You would know that sorry, go ahead.
Did Kelda say not recently made?
Yeah, do you say
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
'Cause
He's
always-
thinking out loud.
Yeah, it just means that's one less person we've definitely not got to kill.
Fair.
No enchanter.
You would assume that this was created like very, very long time ago, and kind of familiar with magic and older magic and renegade magic. It appears to be cultist magic, specifically the cult of the Meridians. All right. Any other questions about the Sander Chamber?
Stephanie, can you talk? I don't hear her.
I'm good. I mean, I'm totally. I think we've done this place over. We can move on to the next area.
Okay. Murph, any questions about this chamber?
Nope. Nope.
Oris, any further questions about this chamber?
Nah.
And
So, what was in the top right?
yeah. If you go over and investigate that, it's a very similar chamber to the one you were just in.
Did someone already investigate it?
No, you're the only one kind of walking around so far.
Okay.
Inside of this one, there are 3 more corpses, as you saw. And very similarly, the bottom one's holding a shield, or the bottom one's holding a sword, the middle one's holding a shield, and the top one's holding an amulet, similar in kind.
Okay.
The amulets look like they're made out of gold, and based on your kind of mercantile kind of mentality, they look like they might fetch about 50 gold pieces apiece.
Can we fix Stephanie's audio?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so technical difficulties. Cue the technical difficulties music. Boop, boo, boo, doo, boop, boo, doo, boo, doo, boop. Test. Say words. I heard your chime, Stephanie, when you entered in.
Hello?
Yes, you're good.
Oh, there. I heard it.
Okay,
Weird.
sorry.
No worries. It's fine. All right. That said, Stephanie, before we move on any further, you heard everything, right?
Yeah, I could hear everything.
Okay. So then, is there anything that you want to do in particular in this chamber?
No, I'm good if we just go forward from now.
Okay.
Should I grab the other amulet, or does it beat anything?
The 2 amulets are very similar in kind. They're just gold amulets with gold chains that have a sun symbol as their main piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just leave the other one.
Okay. Well, again, you think that they'd probably fetch about 50 gold pieces apiece.
Oh, well, then I'll take the other one.
Okay.
I was over there. I was the only one over there, I guess, so.
All right. So you would see as she's kind of coming back out of the shadows, she's stuffing gold chains into her pocket, kind of walking over to you guys. And then it looks like the main pathway out of here would be south. There's a right path. On the right, I mean, not the right path. And there's a path on the left. As a group, decide which path you want to engage in, or if you want to split the group.
I vote left.
The
Left.
right one you said is covered by water.
Left is through water. Right on. So on the actual map, it's your right. But if you're coming downways, you're looking at it. It's your left.
I see.
I'm okay if we split.
I'm not.
Yeah, guys, let's split up.
I don't want to maybe leave my buddy Bova go, and I mean I'd have to.
Yeah, Borgu doesn't want to split up either.
You guys cannot split up together.
There's one group that's going to be fine no matter what, and then another group that might get shafted. There's one group would all be squishy, and then one group would be the 2 tanks.
So there's there's like a left and right path, and one
Yeah.
covered in water.
The left path actually has kind of like 2 splinters to it: a 5-foot wide narrow path, a 15-foot wide water path. The narrow path looks like it's not submerged, and then there's a 10-foot wide path on the right side of the room. It looks like they both go on for a little while. Let's say if you are interested in trying to look down the path, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. Before we start heading down the path, I'd like to take 10 minutes. Basically, while the bird was checking out those rooms, I was taking 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You see the lingering traces of magic on the bodies. The Animate Dead spell basically subsiding. You would see that the golden substance currently attached to Oris glows. You would note that Pleasant's sword glows. Neither of the amulets that she brings out glow. That's not magical stuff. And the Butcher's Bride glows, which you notice is sitting on Davos's belt. You don't remember it being there before. And that's about it, I think.
Anything in the hallways as we start heading off down the left passage?
So when you say the left passage, do you mean the passage with water or the passage without water?
Whichever one we decided to go down. I believe it was the one with the water in it.
Is that right, everyone?
I don't care, honestly, which one. So, are you talking about, like, the one where I'm by right now? Is this one the water one?
Yeah. If it
Okay.
looks like it's
Yeah,
water.
this doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, what do you guys want to do?
So, Kelder is going to go ahead and just, like, hop that little stream there. Hop over to the other
I
side.
rolled for perception. I don't know if that counts for anything.
What'd you get?
18 on the left, 19 on the right.
Always go with the first one, unless I say you have advantage. So 18. No problem. And then, so it looks like, from what you can tell, both these paths lead to the same chamber.
Oh, okay.
One,
I think we should go down the wider one, then. Because it's not as fucked up.
Yeah, if they both head the same way.
Okay.
Well, just, like, safety-wise, it's not as... Well, let's
Yeah.
just split up, then, because they go to the same passage.
No, splitting up is not a good idea.
maybe the one that's less troublesome then.
To make
It's like
it
Dungeoneering 101, never split the party.
Yeah, I'm thinking the wider one.
so the water path.
Order.
This one that I'm on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys move.
When you say water, I thought you meant it was submerged by water.
Well, that path does have water on it, but it's not so deep
Okay.
that you might have a little bit more problems than everyone else because of height, but everyone else seems to be able to walk through pretty fine. It's about 3 feet deep.
How heavy? How heavy is the bird?
Not very. Hollow bones and all.
Can I fly?
On the
No.
shoulders.
Okay.
Or is it you're gonna pick up the burb and have a sit up on the shoulders?
All right. So we'll do that there, and you guys walk through. Borgu lights a torch, kind of holds it in one hand, and you guys move through into the next chamber. Upon entering it through the liquid, which feels a little like slimy or oily, you make it to what appears to be a broken pillar that looks like it's been knocked over from a grouping of other pillars off to the side. It looks like in the center of the room there's a black dais that leads up to another brazier, and it looks like there are a couple of different points of egress from this place. To the south, it looks like there might be small side chambers, and also possibly an exit to the southways, and it looks like there is a passageway to the east, but it looks like it's been broken down in and smashed through. Davos, if you want to make me a wisdom perception check, you might be able to figure something out from that passageway that you went to. That said, go ahead.
Can I put my
Torch.
light on
Yeah,
torch or whatever?
It didn't carry over. That's terrible. Hold on a second.
No, it's fine. Ooh,
There you go.
thank you.
So real quick, I'm going to go from left to right and just ask you what you're doing. I'm actually going to start with Murph. Murph, you're heading over there to check out that passageway. When you get over there, you start to think about it and are trying to like figure out kind of where you are in position as to where you started. And based on the distance that you walked north and the distance that you walked south, you think that this passageway, broken as it may be, leads to the broken passageway that was on the west wall of the first chamber you entered. If you were able to get through the 15 to 20 feet of stone here, probably not with your capabilities, but if there was a way to do it, you'd be able to make it to the first chamber. Okay. Next up, we'll go with Stephanie. Any questions for you? What are you looking at in particular?
I kind of just want to survey the entire room.
Okay. Just make a just static perception check. That's fine.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
And then while she's doing that, Chad, any in particular questions that you're focused on? Any specific areas?
Kelder is going to very carefully basically just do like a slow walk about the room and check everything out. I mean, I've got Detect Magic up, so I'm looking for any sort of magic, but I also want to look for historical or magical stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I got 25.
Okay. Looking around the room, it's as still as the grave, and basically the things that I mentioned are present. The main thing that you notice is that kind of looking at the pillars, kind of standing in them, you start to realize that they form an octagon shape, and there appears to be a line traced in the stone that forms that shape around the brazier. And then the brazier is on a dais that's its color is black.
Do we have the black
Vial.
vial?
We do.
Can we stick
So
that?
did that line there where the pillar fell over? Did that line get damaged at all?
Well, it does look like it's probably under the rubble.
How heavy does the pillar look?
There's a lot of pieces of it. The ceilings are about 30 foot high, and the pillar is about 8 feet thick. So it's a lot of pillar.
Do we chuck the substance in it and then just go nuts?
Dump the substance in the cup.
I don't know if we can open it, so maybe just stick the thing in there.
Oh yeah, the
Like
vial
how
was
it was
just kind of
with the
like
gold.
popped in last time. It said it was like inside, like a key or something kind of thing.
So, real quick, Kelder, you're kind of looking at the arcane's markings, which are pointed out by Phi. It doesn't appear to be arcane markings. It just appears to be kind of a symbol that's been drawn out onto the grounds to kind of denote it, along with all of the other symbols that have been etched out onto the ground, which don't seem as functional or necessary. But another thing you noticed, Phi, is that the weird runes, the elvish-looking runes that have been drawn out on the ground, seem to form pathways. You see how they're set amidst the kind of like orange stone? It seems that they're forming pathways. That said, last but not least, well, no, two other people, sorry. Lewis, what's Oris doing in this time?
Probably making sure he's got his axe ready, sword in a place that he can easily
Defending.
pull it from. Getting ready to defend. Actually, he can have his sword and his axe out, not his sword and his shield out.
All right, and then last but not least, Kate, what is your character doing?
Can I look at the basin and what does it look like inside?
Exactly identical to the one from the last room. In the center of it, there's a small divot where it looks like you can set the substance down into, but no magical or like connection points. It doesn't look like there's any key lock holes in the small little divot for it to place. Just somewhere where you could set it, really.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, let's set the vial in the basin.
That's a good idea.
The black one?
Yeah.
Kelder steps up and carefully places the black liquid into the basin.
Yeah, it. You take the vial, set it in there.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. Oh.
It does look like it
Okay.
belongs there, though. I mean, it definitely looks like it may have started there.
Hmm.
Maybe we could leave. Maybe there's something else that we need to do. We could leave this one here.
And if we go find all the other ones and put the right ones where they go.
Have you guys already like he said that the hallway leads back to the first room? Was there a similar thing in the first room?
Well, there were a couple other of these braziers that we passed.
I keep thinking that means what, like...
A brazier is basically a pot for filling with fire. Mostly they're brass or bronze. But I know you're thinking brazier, which is... wait, maybe brazier is... Maybe we're doing it wrong. Hold on a second.
Brazier is a bra.
Yeah.
Bra. Well, that's a bra.
Brazier versus brazier. Let's find out.
Make sure you spell that correctly.
There's a giant bra in the middle of the room.
Brazier is what we're looking for. Brazier is a container for hot coals.
I was thinking like a cauldron kind of thing.
Does anybody have fire ability?
Well...
Oh wait, we have like torches and stuff. What if we like...
Yeah, also light a torch and dump it in the dire
substance
this
in it?
comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing
Go for
happens.
it.
It heats the
Okay.
metal and
Yeah.
kind of causes a little bit of a, burning, kind of darkening of the metal, the brass metal. If you're familiar with the term, oh my God, why don't I know the term? I had it in the tip of my brain, but basically when lighter metals are heated, they kind of become a bit more red.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oxidized?
So,
Yeah, not exactly
so
the
in the
word I'm looking
first
for, but yeah.
room, there wasn't a brazier in the first room, or there was.
So far, you've seen a total of 3 braziers.
Okay. And what color was the first one? I wasn't here for that.
Sure. Does anybody
Yeah,
recall?
I'm sure they all were different colors relevant to the vials, but we weren't
Yeah.
paying attention to that at the time.
Do you want to backtrack?
Yeah, we just
Because he said you could go back to the first room.
Yeah, you're free to do
we've
that.
got to backtrack anyway. Really,
But he said
I
the hall or whatever is leads you right to the first room.
No, but there's 20 feet of stone blocking you, though. Yeah.
Never mind.
I think we should definitely take the substances with us though, and backtrack to them if we need to put them in.
Yeah,
It
that's true.
feels like
Do you want to go check out the other rooms?
they're gonna unlock something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
you said there were a lot of other room.
Yeah, so far,
entrances, though.
yeah, you haven't gone all the way through the place. There's definitely a passageway to the south
Yeah.
that leads somewhere. But if you want to backtrack and
in
see
this
where
room.
you were, I mean, you can do that too. But yeah, there's 2 small passages, or 2 small rooms, side rooms over
Okay.
here.
Okay, those are the only 2. But this kind
Mhm.
of pathway leads to the right.
Yeah, but that's blocked. This one here,
Oh, it's blocked.
that's the one
no,
that.
this kind of
Oh no, that's that.
this path that the tile is making.
Yeah, it heads south. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Oris, do you
Yeah,
go in there?
that-
Yep.
Bunch of rubble. It looks like some of the ceiling has kind of fallen out, and it's been scratched up to shit, like just ripped apart. When you get in there, it looks like an animal or lots of animals with claws have basically just rented the stone apart. And when you kind of start looking around, you see some movement in the corner. Looks like the rubble's kind of shaking about, and kind of a humanoid-looking figure is in the corner, laid underneath a bit of the rubble. Seems to be moving.
Also move over and say first in goblin, then in giant, then in parnin. I
Eventually,
don't wish to hurt you.
this figure kind of like pops out of the dirt. It looks like an undead creature. Its skin is pale white, but covered in like dust, which is a bit kind of white itself, as the stone walls appear to be made out of kind of a what's the name of the white stone?
Marble,
No, it's
Marble?
not the non-fancy white.
andesite.
Yeah.
Granite?
Let's go with that. Granted, it is. And basically like white kind of chalky dust on it. And then it's kind of getting up. Its hair looks like it's just straggling, kind of like light, wispy things kind of coming from its head. As it's getting up, it's pulling a hood up over his head. The hood appears to be kind of a reddish in color. His hands are nothing more than like a skeleton covered with flesh. And his eyes just kind of look sad as he kind of looks up. And you see that his
Aw.
chest has been cut up and torn up a bit. And he kind of gives you a...
I do not do this meaninglessly, and I'm just gonna spin and try and lop off its head.
Make an
Poor
attack roll.
guy.
As you swing the blade down, it's gotten up a little bit, so you're not benefiting from the prone position. You swing, and it kind of like shifts his head to the side, and your axe kind of glances against the stone, sending up a bit of the rubble to the side, and it looks up at you. Ugh! What the hell are you doing? As you, like, what?
Oh,
You can speak.
And you just see like bits of like dried flesh coming out of its throat. Yeah, kinda. Kind of holds its throat together to speak.
It also offer him a bit of water.
No thanks.
just hit him with an axe.
No,
and get-
It says
Okay.
no thanks to the water.
Wind and wave. Where is it?
Huh?
The wind and wave
You,
is in this temple.
you seek the relic?
Yes.
Why? Who are you?
Oh, fuck, what is his name? I'm a descendant of the one in this temple.
The one in the temple. It starts kind of getting up and moving past you. As it does so, it falls forward, smacks its face into the stone as you watch its right leg just fly out from behind it, and like kind of get draggled into its robes, and it's just like laying on the ground. Kind of turns its face. Can you help me up?
Can you tell me where the wind and wave is?
Sure.
Tell me first.
I've been laying in a pile of debris for fuck all knows how long, and you think I'm gonna barter with you because of embarrassment? It just starts crawling.
Not embarrassment.
It's like crawling
Your leg's
into the
still-
main chamber.
Also, grab the leg that he's using to crawl and just make sure he can't really go anywhere.
As you kind of
And
hold it,
basically-
and he starts kind of pulling away from you, you realize that you're still holding the leg, but he's getting away from you.
Also, pick him up. Just hold him and threaten to shake him.
Take me to the brazier. Is the substance still
Cool.
present, or do they take it?
I've got the substance.
No, you've got to put
The
them
black, the
back.
green, the blue,
We
and the
want the
gold.
juice.
You've got to put them back.
And why would I do
We
that?
gotta put them in the right spot.
He kind of looks up at you. Oh, you want to steal it, don't you?
A little bit.
Well, then do what you want. But if you wish to protect the sacredness of it and protect the Bray's lineage, then you'll put them back where they belong.
I don't really care about the lineage, I'm afraid.
I figured that was
Does anyone
the case.
else know about this guy
Kind of looks up
so
at you,
far? Has anyone
like
else?
annoyed, and he says, "Sabbath Nusara," and you're like, "Huh?" But Davos, your ears pick up, and you hear someone speak the tongue of the old Osirian, and he just called Oris a savage.
And Oris is gonna... This guy served his usefulness. Gonna drop the body, swing with the sword. And Oris is just gonna decapitate the body. Oris has had its usefulness.
Does anybody else
Hey guys,
want to stop him
what's
from
going
butchering?
on over here?
You see?
Yeah.
Conflict?
Yeah,
Something's happening.
from where Kilder's standing, it looks like Oris just like picked up this corpse and started dancing around with it a little bit, and then just like smashed it on the ground.
Yeah, he's getting ready to drop his axe on it too.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow.
Sue said they're stopping him.
Davos, because I heard someone speaking in that language.
Okay, Davos says, "Hold Oris," I assume. And then Davos, what do you want to interject?
What's going on here? What exactly is happening?
The
Talking corpse, that's all. I'm just gonna remove the talking part from it.
the corpse kind of
What?
rolls over and looks up at Davos and goes, "Oh, someone of noble blood." Looks over to Oris, and in old Osirian says, "Mogek Nerak." And Davos, he says, "Go away, peasant." The old man says, speaking again in Osirian, old Osirian, he says, "I am the curator. I was placed here by the pelagic arbiter to protect the relic. If you wish to protect the lineage and the honor of it, you must place the substances back where they belong. If you really are grave robbers and you wish to take the relic from its held place, then you must place the relics where the dwarfs will them to go."
Alright, so Oris, he called you a peasant, and he's also saying that we need to place the relics where the dwarfs go?
Will them to go, yeah.
Will them to go.
If we want to rob the place, we should do that. But if we want to keep the sacredness, then we should put them in the right place, is what he's saying.
That is what I relayed, yes.
Oris isn't going to kill the curator. He's just going to walk over and yank off both his arms.
Ah!
So he can't crawl anymore.
You see him like reach forward and try and like ah.
Is he going to hit him with his own arm?
Why are you hitting yourself?
Yeah. Are you gonna say stop hitting yourself?
Of course he is.
Alright. Or if this guy claims to be a curator, he could provide us with more information. So if you want
There's
to...
a backpack as
Lead
well.
us around.
If you want to quit smacking the guy around,
In retort to
He just
being
hit his head.
in retort to being buffeted with his own limb, he does reply with a choice series of old Osirian expletives.
This guy sounds kind of useful.
Leave the poor man alone.
yeah, that's exactly what Kelder says. He walks up and says, "Leave the poor man alone."
It's a talking corpse. It's not even alive.
All right, we'll put down whatever's left of it.
Also going to collect the legs and the arms and just make
No,
it
that's fine. If it's just like a talking head and a torso, that's fine. I'm just gonna tie him up with rope and carry him around like Hellboy.
Yeah,
Didn't know that you were into desecrating corpses, Oris.
He's,
undead.
Lewis is very, very dead set on decapitating this guy.
Right.
I'm just going to decapitate him.
I just want to carry his head round on my belt.
Ooh, like lollipop chainsaw.
Yeah.
Awkward.
The curator is like in his current state. You can see that he's because he can't reach up to press his hand against his throat anymore because he doesn't have hands.
Oh, yikes.
And so he's like,
Yeah, but he's got a rope around his neck.
Do you tie a rope around his neck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that
Okay,
helps.
at least I just...
So he's got like
I
a
just
rope
beat
around
him
his
to-
neck and around his like just wrapped around him, and you know,
Me,
Kelder's
I
just
just
carrying
beat him
him
to death,
slung over his
not
shoulder
like
like a
a
hobo bag.
one at a time, guys. Don't talk over each other. But Chad, you're carrying him.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, once you get him on your back, he kind of turns his head about and then starts trying to bite your shoulder to no effect, and yelling with the rope tied around his neck. I hate you. Put him back. I won't help you at all. It seems to be in this current state of affairs not exactly helpful.
Maybe we should give him like his own.
So
armor or something.
Kelder carries him over to this brazier
Okay.
over here, and the one that he already put the black vial in, and he
Yep.
points to it and he says like
All of them. All of them. All of
huh,
them.
okay,
And you have to deal with the critic. Deal with the critic.
okay. And Kelder just sort of unceremoniously sets him down on the ground next to the
Once he kind of
Ben?
like is laying there,
bowl.
does the rope stay around his neck?
Yeah. So he's like a head and a torso with a pile of rope sitting on top of him.
Cool. He kind of looks up at you and says, "You should clean out the critic."
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Okay.
And so he goes and talks to Davos. Does Kelder know what Kruthic are?
Make a nature check. What'd you get?
I got a 15.
No.
No.
Okay, so Kelder walks over to the group and he waves everybody over and he says, "Does anybody know what Kruthic are?"
Critic?
Everybody can make the same nature check if you so please.
Make a what check?
Nature.
Okay.
Yeah, you two are pretty knowledgeable. Kruthic are that would be for Pleasant and Oris. Kruthic are an insectoid species that basically have limbs that are nothing more than large blades that dwell underground. They are able to burrow through stone, and they have kind of a matriarchal society that reign patriarchal society. Apologies, patriarchal society, where the a single greatest one basically breeds throughout the entirety of its populace and creates more and more and more over time. They can survive on very little, but they, like most creatures, specifically carnivores, desire more and more, and they're a very hungry race. Legend has it that in olden times they spawned from another creature known as the Kython, which were a race created by an evil magician who mixed demons and basically insects. Yeah. Creepy stuff.
Ulrich shares
So-
with the class.
So, the corpse was telling me that we need to put all the vials in there, and that Kruthic we're gonna have to deal with the Kruthic. So
Yeah.
if we're gonna do this, I think we need to just get into position and get ready for a fight.
But he's
That
not
seems-
here right now. We don't know where he is.
And the thing
Don't
is,
know
well,
who is the
The
Kruthic.
Krithik, yeah.
I imagine when we put all the vials, when we activate all the vials, something's gonna happen.
the thing
Probably
is-
one of the
Trap
manifest or
or an alarm or
What-
something.
One at a time. Chad, good. Don't try and hog the mic either. Stephanie, you were going to say something.
I was just assuming that once we activate this like system that they have, they'll probably manifest in some way.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, that's only if we want to keep the Bray lineage kind of clear. If we want the Wind and Wave, we've got to do something different. So are we doing the job, or are we doing something different now?
The curator
So-
looks up to Oris and says, "Just fucking do it, peasant. Cut my head off. Since you're going to rob it anyway."
Oh, trust me, it's tempting.
Do it.
Fine.
Cut his head off.
Yeah, oh, that's a swing.
Make an attack roll.
Oh,
Let's see if you
poor
hit, loser. Missed last time. You do have advantage, though, because he is prone. Yeah, you hit him. Cut his head clean off.
Can you still talk?
I think that's gonna do much.
No, he can't talk.
Yes.
Is the head still animated?
No.
Okay, so he's good and dead.
Nice and...
Elder sighs and kicks the corpse. He's very disappointed.
Yeah. All right, so are you going to backtrack, or are you going to continue on forward?
Are we gonna put all the vials in the bowl?
We should.
That's the negatory.
Wait.
I agree with Math. I don't think so. I think we go for the bow and blade setup.
Okay, so you want to just keep exploring the dungeon, see if we can get it the old-fashioned way?
Pretty much.
Okay.
My, oh,
He's gonna walk over here, retrieve his rope, and retrieve that vial from the bowl.
Okay.
my thought though is that maybe we won't be able to get the artifacts if we don't complete this like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Or at least doing it this way would be like a more direct way to get it.
Well, we had to, it said where the dwarf willed, I think is what dwarf will it to go. But then they said place the vials back if we want to keep the relic here.
Yeah, it kind of gave the way it made it sound. It did sound like there was two options. One does one thing, one does another. It's done.
But both of them include putting the vials in the brass whatevers. That's what he said. Just in the right order or not in the right order.
All
I think
right.
only one does. I think the other needs it somewhere else, probably like a door or something.
Well, if there are other areas to explore, we should just go on ahead and keep exploring.
Yeah, I see
Okay.
that.
If you head south, what you end up finding is a very massive steel door. The steel door has the relief or acid etching on the facade of the door of a large dwarf in robes. There appears to be a center lock portion and a keyhole. It appears to be locked.
What does the keyhole look like? Just like a normal keyhole?
It looks a little bit more ornate than your standard keyhole, but it does look like operationally it probably functions similarly.
Maybe
Not
pick it.
like a weird shape.
Yeah, but you can attempt to pick it if you want. You'd make a Thieves' Tools check, and
What check? would it be?
thieves tools. It should be under your tools on the left side there. And for this, you'll be adding dexterity. If you click it, it'll query I can't even talk good. Query what you want to pick as this the ability, and you'll select dexterity.
Can we all check, or?
No, you're the one that picks locks. You're the rogue.
I'm the only one that can?
Yeah, you're the rogue.
Oh, how the turntables.
Yeah, you can't. Well, you can't cure wounds. I mean, that's other people's job, and you can't inspire people.
Dexterity?
Yeah, dexterity.
Okay.
Everyone can do what I can do.
Not as well. But, okay.
Okay.
You kind of
Was it a good roll?
You set yourself,
Yeah.
pull out these tools, like whip out these small picks, and you see her kind of get into work. And after a fashion, you hear this loud noise, and then she kind of turns these 3 tools she set into it, and then you see the 2 doors kind of open up. As they do, you see a large chamber. This one appearing much higher ceiling-wise. It looks like the ceiling actually comes up to a point, not a pyramid, but basically similar concept, a conical shape, but it's 5-sided. And it looks like there is more to this chamber than the last chambers you've seen. On the far west side, there appears to be some sort of complex, something over to the side. If you want to investigate that, you can. There appears to be a door to the west. Another brazier in the center of the chamber. This one has green tiling as its dais, and it looks like the shape around it appears to be a hexagon.
First
Oh,
dice was
great.
blue. The first dice
Pepper.
that we saw was blue in the
I
original
have the
chamber.
blue.
It's just come
I
back
have the
to
blue
me.
vial.
Okay.
We have blue, gold.
Oris and Pleasant, as you approach into that side of the room, you notice that the floor, and Davos as well, you notice that the floor in kind of the center area is grated. And it looks like it's over a large empty space, solid black to your feet, even with dark vision. Looks like it goes down for some time. If you stand above it and kind of move, you can hear the clanking, clittering of the stone, just as if you were like walking in the city and you passed over like a sewer grate or whatever. But the other thing you hear is in response to that, you hear a sound from deep down in the
It's the
dark.
bugs, guys.
It doesn't seem like they're totally like responsive or anything, but it does sound like they are within hearing distance, whatever they might be.
Does anyone have like a fireball they can throw down?
Can I use prestidigitation? Can't even say it.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, can I cause a light to happen down there?
No. The spell light would be necessary for that kind of activity. But that said, the other thing you note, and everybody seems to be moving towards it with great haste, is a wall that has 5 total statues, each one being a dwarf. The one in the center is a very large dwarf. Behind each of these symbols, behind each of these statues, rather, there appears to be a symbol set in those kind of round alcove behind it. On the far left, it's a 6-sided symbol. Next to it is a square. In the middle, it looks like all of the symbols combined into one kind of ornate pattern. A triangle to its right, and then the last side is a 5-sided symbol. And in the center
Is it the same symbol?
of the statues, at the feet of the main one, is a treasure chest with no lock, no mechanism to open it, just completely sealed and covered with ornate carvings made of steel.
I think
Are
we
these
found the
the
wind
same
and wave.
symbols as the daggers that we found earlier?
Correct.
Oh, can we put the daggers that we've collected in their hands?
It does look like there are slots in their hands, but as you kind of look into the slots, they're perfectly round. And inside, a more keen eye, specifically Pleasant's eye, notices that there are mechanisms inside. Kind of having looked at the substances quite a bit as of late, you note that the symbols inside, or the markings inside, would perfectly fit the substances.
The substances.
Did we grab the gold vial from the other room?
Yeah, we've got 4 of them.
So
So-
let's put them in the hands.
So Kelder walks all the way to this one, with the 8 symbol, or the octagon over it, or the hexagon over its head. Yeah, the 6 symbol. He puts the black vial in that one's hands.
Oh, real quick, is anybody stopping him from doing what he's doing?
Oh, I wish we could have remembered. Did we get a different dagger from...
Is anyone stopping Kelder from doing what he's doing? Otherwise, I'm letting him do it.
It sounds like we should stop him, but I'm gonna let him continue.
I'm obviously going to stop Kelder because he's figured it out. The crystals that were in each of the pots with the daggers, that was what colour they went to, and no one made a note of which one went to which.
I know.
Did you?
I know what items were in there and stuff.
Yeah, because if you know which dagger was with which, we can figure
No,
out
but each
substance needs to
in
go
the
where.
8-sided one, it had the glass beads.
Kelder, are you doing it even though they tried to stop you there?
Maybe we should wait until we figure out which ones to put in before we just stick them in there.
Well, I know the black one. The black one was in a 6-sided circle. The green one's in a 5-sided circle.
Do you want to go back?
We just don't know which one's the square and which one's the triangle, but we have a
Wait,
50-50 chance of figuring it out.
Real quick, do you want to backtrack and look at the circles or the squares that you saw? Since I don't know if you guys took good notes on that. Do you want to backtrack and see? Or do you want to stay here and guess?
It's 50-50 if we...
How do you know about the black one and the other ones?
I mean, there's the green one's right here in the room with us. If you stand in the middle of the room, you'll see it has 5 pillars around it.
Okay, on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you remember,
Right
I see.
5 pillars. The one in the other room was the black one. It
Oh,
had
I
6 pillars.
see. Okay.
So Kelder puts the black one in the hands of the figure with the 6-sided symbol.
Does anybody stop him before he does it?
He
that
does
sounds
it tentatively.
Stephanie, yes, stopping or no stopping?
if he's sure that one is correlates to the correct shape, then that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, your reasoning makes sense, so I'm okay with it.
Anybody? Okay, you watch as it slides into the position, and as it does, the entire room starts to become black with shadow. You hear from below, and you have this momentary lapse of kind of like sense, Kelder. You think to yourself, "Oh, that was actually 8-pointed, not 6-pointed. Maybe I should have gone back and checked it before I shoved this in here." As that happens, you hear skittering all throughout. Here, let me show you. You ready? Watch.
Shit!
How many points does the octagon have? Move to it.
Oh, shit.
It's 8.
Hmm.
It's an
Okay.
octagon. I said specifically it's an octagon.
Oh yeah, I thought maybe you were wrong because I didn't see an 8-sided shape there.
It's fine. Now you're wrong because they're going to become.
Totally fine.
You hear
It's
a
not
lot.
the first time.
You hear a lot of
Yoink it
skittering,
out.
a
Yoink
lot
it out.
of motion.
Okay, yeah, he tries to pull it out.
When you do, you realize that the liquid has been drained from it.
Yikes.
Oh shit.
And you hear skittering.
I know
think
we
you're right.
should-
What would you guys like to do?
Oh, shit. Should we put the other vials in?
Were you gonna say Hail Mary and fuck it? We've only got 4 of the vials as well. We're missing a vial.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're missing a red vial.
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
My theory is correct.
Should we run
Okay.
away?
Let's make this
Just
easier.
try
Found
to
a
find the
door
other
over
vials?
here.
Let's make this easier. Oris, what are you doing? Now, act as if you're in an initiative turn. What are you doing?
See ya. Dash
Okay.
for the door.
Go ahead and move your speed and double your speed if you're dashing. Kelder, what are you doing? Kelder, what are you doing?
It looks like everybody's gonna start hauling ass, so I guess I'm gonna be running after the big guy.
Fi, what are you doing?
I'm also gonna dash.
Following dash.
Okay. And Davos, what are you doing?
Following the group.
Okay. Go ahead and moves your speed. As you do so, you hear a large clang. Sorry, the bird. Pleasant, what are you doing? You're also doubting. You already did, okay.
I was like, I guess I'll dash too.
Yep, you watch as the grating falls out from the center portion, and you hear as spikes or claws appear to be climbing up the stone towards this chamber. 1 second.
Oh, fuck.
Leroy Jenkins.
Roll initiative.
How do I roll initiative?
Select your token on the map, and then it's in the center portion there. It should say INIT, or it'll say initiative fully, and just click the word initiative, and it should drop it.
For some reason, it's rolled mine twice. I've only got 21.
Click
Not
on
20.
if you click on your character on the map.
Your token, yeah.
Yeah.
And go to your character sheet, and you should just see initiative as the middle, like.
Oh, okay. Guys, I think we should have gone back and checked.
Well, none of us had the foresight ability.
I trusted
I
you.
trusted you,
Yeah.
Elmer.
We all have hindsight, apparently.
I was iffy purely because of the gem thing. That was where my mind was. I didn't even think of the pillars. I was thinking of the gems that we found with the daggers.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah.
About 6 of these.
I didn't even notice the pillars.
About 6 of these creatures ascend. One of them very clearly rushes out right behind Pleasant. When you see it, you see that it's covered in kind of a chitinous hide. Its teeth, its mouth appears to have mandibles that come from side to side. Inside, it's kind of just this one would be very kind of like bright pink inside, very fleshy. But it seems to be the only portion of flesh that you can see through the lot is the mouth as it's at you. It does look like it's basically just covered with blades as it just kind of right up next to you. It looks like the other ones are kind of coming out of different avenues, but all of their eyes, which are bright red, reflecting any light that's generating towards them, very much like a cat's, but red though, they are all looking at you. Because you're delicious, and they would love to just eat you. All right, so Pleasant, you're first. You're currently adjacent to one of them. Remember from last game, you can take a bonus action to disengage, which means you can move away from them freely. But if you do not disengage from them, they will get an attack of opportunity, meaning they get a free swing at you if you try to move away.
Okay. So if I attack, will they just like get an advantage on their turn?
No, if you attack this one, you fight it. But if you want to move away, if you want to get away from it, if the running is still the plan, then you'll need to do that.
Do we want to run away or do we want to fight it, guys?
I don't think we can run away.
I think the wind and wave is lost, so I would say tactical retreat. I think unless the black vial is at the black dais, we've lost it now. We're not getting the weapon, not without more difficulty than it's needed.
But if we kill the creature, we might get the...
There's also a chance that maybe if we go back to the room where the black liquid was and we put the vial back in, maybe it'll refill.
Yeah, let's try. I think that sounds like that sounds better than just fighting them.
Okay, so are we going to keep running?
Into the black room, which is just like right above us.
Okay.
We're gonna have
Who has the
either way.
Who has the best like speed or whatever?
You.
Probably you.
Yeah.
Okay, who has the black vial? Is the vial at the altar?
It's the
No,
Pelder got
the
it.
empty vial.
Can you give me the vial?
You can take the vial from me on your way out.
Okay, can I take the vial and
Yeah.
run towards the
So,
last
If
room?
your goal is to disengage from the Kruthic without
Yeah.
taking an opportunity attack, move up to Kelder as a free action, grab it from his hand, and then continue your ascent northward. If your action is to dash, so you're dashing and disengaging in the same turn, you can move a total of 60 feet. So that would be a total of 12 squares, effectively, towards the door.
Yeah, that.
And if you make it to the door and you still have squares left over, let me know how many so I can tell you how far you are on your way. Because there is a small gap in between each of the places, a hallway, that needs to be accounted for.
Will the game just tell me?
You
like
should be
how
able
far
to.
I can move?
If you
just count it?
pick up your token and right-click on a square, you can kind of designate how many you've moved so far, and it'll tell you in feet. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, do I have to roll or anything?
No. Everything you're doing is.
How many feet do I get?
100, or I'm sorry, 60.
Okay, so that's 40 to the top.
40 to the top, so you're 20 through, meaning on your next turn, the first 5 feet you'll be moving is you entering into the black chamber. Okay? So just move yourself to
next turn.
Yeah, move yourself to that position at the top. Just leave yourself there. Your turn's over. Next turn we'll be moving you to a different map. All right. Bear with me here.
I'll put the vial in my inventory.
Okay. Oris.
I'm going to tell everyone to run to the door and just basically say, I will be Borgo can hold the door, get into the hallway, and we'll just try and body block it. If they decide to run from there, they decide to run from there. And he's just going to take a quick test swing at the one next to him.
Okay.
Nearest to him.
Make an attack roll.
$14.
Misses. You glance it across the chitin, and it just kind of scratches a nice big cleft in it, and you're like pretty solid. And you felt pretty comfortable about it, but it's just a glancing blow, and it kind of in response.
Just made it mad.
All right, it'll go to it.
This is going south real fast.
That's why we don't let Chad do things. I was being so generous too. I was like,
yeah.
It sounds like he wants us to check.
Well, he sounded so confident, so I was like, you know what?
Yeah, he sounded very confident.
I love Chad. Chad's the best.
He's got like that shit-eating grin on his face, right?
It was the confidence with which he was doing it that also got me like, because I was like completely like, always is ready to fight him, but the confidence with it, I was just like, fuck it.
In Chad's defense, he did say he was doing it tentatively, so he was like, somebody stop me. I'm doing it.
It's like, this is your last chance.
Well, I didn't take any notes because I was like, I can remember this shit. And then like I was like, well, everyone else probably took notes too. And so I'm like, he's probably looking at nope.
I took notes on something else that wasn't related.
John, please tell me, am I right?
What?
If the crystals were with the daggers,
I'm not telling you shit yet. I'm not telling you a damn thing. I'll tell you after the dungeon's dealt with. We'll deal with that later. But first, what's your armor class, Oris?
19 now.
Oh, so yeah, you basically watch these two kind of like stab at you with their front like blade hands, and you're like block, trying to get away from it. One stabs Borguk, and you watch him get hit in the knee, like annoyed by the attack. And then one stabs at Kelder, and Kelder, you're very quick to get your blade out and just kind of block it. And it almost seems like it's stabbing you with like a precision of like an elvish swordsman. Like,
damn,
these things are very deft with their blade hands. These all appear to be, size-wise, probably about 3 feet long. Their blades are kind of about 1.5 feet long. Yeah, these appear to be really small. But the next thing you note is you hear more skittering up to the surface. 1 second here.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit, indeed.
This is spooky. I can't even see my screen right now. It sounds scary.
They're coming out of the goddamn walls.
Oh my god.
That one looks
like
Isn't
the
it fire?
These two here look bigger.
They look bigger or they are bigger?
The second one.
So we're going from Zerglings to what? What's
Probably
the
roaches.
What are the ones that are like on their back
I don't know
tail?
anything anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Hydralisks? No, they're not that big. But yeah,
Definitely roaches.
there's a lot of them. If that helps. Hold on a second.
Scene from Fellowship of the Ring.
I gotta fix cameras. Hold on a second. Some villain shut their camera off and that reset everybody's position.
Sorry, that was.
It's okay. If
Yeah, you messed us all up.
it's fine.
Well, would it fix it when I turn it back on?
No. No.
So,
I
like,
won't turn it off anymore.
It shuffles people around.
Oh.
That's fine. Okay, so they're done. Davos, you're up.
All right. Hmm.
I think we should stick to the original plan. Everybody should fall back to the door.
Gotcha. Can I make an attack and then run away?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the one closest to Fi. The one that's directly in front of her.
Okay. Hold on a second. It falls over, making a weird sound.
Alright, and now I'm gonna run this way.
Okay. All right. Kelder. And you were able to move how many feet
I moved 30, I believe.
to get to that position specifically, right?
Yes. Yep.
So you're just behind.
So, if it's my turn and I use my reaction to cast a spell, can I also not cast another spell that turn?
Yeah, that's accurate. You can only cast one spell on a turn.
Okay. Even if it's like my reaction and my action?
Correct.
Okay. And if I did Burning Hands from like right here, I'd be able to get all four of those guys, right?
No. So the most you're going to be able to get with that spell is going to be 3 because of their position, their lineup. 15 foot is the end of the cone. They would need to be in kind of a triangular formation for you to get 4.
So that's the 15-foot cone?
Correct.
Or is it from the square of the caster?
I'll go ahead and make this a lot easier for you.
Oh, so it's like that?
Hold on, it's one more square. Hold on. So yeah, if you were here in this square here, basically, it would hit those 3. I think it's one more. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's perfect, actually. So this is a perfect representation of it. So if you were to do it from there, you'd do it like that. It's 15 feet long. You're not going to hit all
I
of
gotcha.
them.
It's okay.
And then here is the triangulated corner one.
Okay, so I can probably cast that one from right where I'm standing and still hit 3 of them, right?
Correct.
Not hit my buddies?
Well, you'd want to... Yeah, I'd allow that. You could cast.
Exactly.
You could basically wave that way perfectly. Correct. I'll let you do
See,
that.
but if you measure from this square to this square, it says 15 feet.
Yeah, but you're not targeting the one that you're generating it from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're creating.
All right. Well, either way, I'm gonna do burning hands, and I'm gonna get 3 of these Krithik and not get my buddies over there.
And you're going to get those 3 on the side. So basically here, here, and here. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and click the thing. Show me the damage. Tell me the damage.
That says 9 fire damage.
Okay. Well, you got lucky. They all fail. And after taking the fire damage, they're still up, but they're all kind of like black and singed and burnt, and kind of like leaking a bit of fluids from like portions of their body that blistered and popped underneath the chitin armor.
Okay, and bonus action, Blade Song.
Okay. All right, Phi, you are up. There are 2 adjacent to you, but one is currently just having a great time. The other one looks like it's still a bit more active and ready to fight.
Quick question. What's it called? Does Guiding Bolt kind of work like a flash bomb? So if I target a creature,
Single
will
target.
it... In that case, I'll go ahead. Can I do Guiding Bolt on the one that's not incapacitated?
Yeah. Quick suggestion, though, as you're a bit newer, you're going to be making a range attack with Guiding Bolt. Because you're adjacent to it, range attacks will be at disadvantage. You might want to use something that makes it throw a save.
Or can I run and then...
If you move away from it and you don't take the action to disengage, I'm attacking you.
Okay. So maybe do something else other than that.
A good idea is if a spell forces a save, there's no problem with you casting that adjacent. So if you have Toledad's a good one,
Right.
but if you have something higher level that you want to try, you can go for that. But if you have Inflict Wounds prepared, that's a melee touch attack. That's just straight grabby exploding, so no disadvantage on that.
Okay, I think I do have that. Hold on.
Inflict Wounds is a good choice.
Okay, go ahead and do that then.
Okay. Go ahead and just click
Hold
that
on.
spell.
Cast it. Can I cast it at level 3?
Yeah. Just change the macro for it when it pops. Or no, you can't cast it at level 3. You're only able to cast 2nd level spells, right? You're 3rd level. So yeah.
How we...
The level of spells is different than the level of the character.
Oh, do you want me to re-roll then?
I can do the math. Hold on a second.
Okay.
So 7 is the base plus 11 as the secondary, so 18. And it hits an armor class of 12. That is going to miss, actually, the 12 to attack. So you reach for it with, the necrotic energy pulsing through your fingertips. The energy discharges, but it doesn't hit the creature. Yeah. Do you want to... I mean, honestly, moving away from it, you'll take 1 opportunity attack. If you're trying to get away from it, I mean, you might as well suffer it. But if you want to kind of hold the line there, that's not a bad idea either.
Okay, I'll just wait then.
Okay. All right. Borgu, seeing the situation as it stands, will take an opportunity attack, or he'll disengage, actually. And he'll move to this position. All right. Pleasant. So 1 second here.
Yeah. What? So.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Bear with me
I
here.
found this skill or something called Expeditious Retreat.
Expeditious Retreat, yeah.
Yeah, can I cast that?
Honestly, you shouldn't have that spell.
I
Because,
don't know why I have it.
well, yeah, that's not a good spell for you. I don't know why you have it either. I'll go ahead and make sure we change that. But you can already dash as a bonus action.
Okay.
What else does it do, though? Hold on.
It says that the spell allows you to move at an incredible pace when you cast a spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action.
You can,
I can already do that.
You can already do that without
Right.
casting a spell.
Okay.
So you shouldn't have that one.
Okay.
We'll get you to something else. But right now, you've moved 5 feet. You should be able to see the black chamber, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you can go ahead and move, but you've already expended 5 of your movement. If you use your bonus action to dash, it increases your speed to 60. And then if you use your action to dash, it increases your speed to 90. So that gives you a total of 90 feet of movement. And you're just trying to get to the brazier, right?
Yeah.
Straight shot, it's 70.
Oh, shit.
So you can go ahead and move over to it.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's okay. You're figuring it out. But if you straight shot to it, you can get to this position here. And are you just setting it in there?
Yeah, I'm going to set the vial in.
The second you do, you see it click in there instead of just settling like it did before. And you start to see this kind of liquid start to fill up at the bottom of the vial.
Nice. So it's fill again.
It is filling. It's not filled yet.
Okay.
Guesstimating based on its position here, it's going to take you probably about 18 seconds for the liquid to fill to the top, which is 3 turns.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I... Wait. 60 feet? Oh, that's pretty far. Never mind.
Well, you only have 20 feet of movement remaining.
Yeah. Never mind. I was going to see if I could cast a spell, but it's not useful.
All right.
Okay.
Back in the main chamber. Or the green chamber. Oris, what are you doing?
Oris is pissed. Oris is gonna rage and start smashing things in the face.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you hit, it's dead. Middle, left or right? Middle, okay.
The one nearest Kelder that I can hit. So the Kelder's only got to deal with one.
It's nice of you.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
You turn towards it, hit it with the axe. You watch as its head kind of splinters, and you can kind of see like more pink matter kind of descending out of the wound. It kind of drops to the ground.
So I can use my shield.
It also, as it's like death throwing, its spikes kind of send out in like different directions. It doesn't wound you or anything. It's just something to take note of. And then what?
Or is it just gonna shout, "Get to the hallway, just go"? Also, with my nature check earlier, would Oris know of a way to make himself basically into human bait? Make it so that he smells nicest to them, and they want to go after.
Have you ever seen Predator?
Yeah.
You remember the Native American guy who was like cutting himself and bleeding? Yeah, these are like sharks, but in the air. So
if Oris, no, I've not got any action left. Okay, know what I'm doing next turn, people?
you have a bonus action, right?
I raged.
Is that what you did this turn?
Yeah, because I didn't do it last turn.
As a part of the rage, you're just pulling the blade across your arms.
Yeah.
And then get to the bat. And okay, metal as hell. Yeah, they definitely are taking the bait. It looks like they're kind of swarming in your direction. This one kind of Stephanie, as you watch this one come from the hole, instead of running around the pillar and kind of coming to that position, it actually climbs up onto the pillar and is now kind of like a spider, like hanging on the pillar, looking down at the back of Oris. But it looks like they're all kind of surrounding him. The one that's laughing kind of like looks over in that direction. This one here that's in between you and Oris tries to attack you. Oris will use his protection ability to block. So
I don't think I have protection.
Not you, not Oris. I'm sorry, I meant Borgu. Apologies, because he's a shield associate. And he will block the attack because it has disadvantage on the attack roll against you. That's a miss. And then this one here is going to move to this position and attack Borgu. Nope. All right. Cool. And then you hear more skittering.
Holy fuck.
And it looks like the larger ones have made their way up to the surface now. Okay, Davos.
Wait, did no one get hit?
Oh, I forgot to attack you. Sorry.
Oh. Oh.
No, no one got hit. And then Kelder, you're blade songing, so your AC is what, plus?
4.
Yeah, I miss as well. Solid defensive line if you put Oris and Kelder together, I think. But Davos, you're right at the mouth of the passageway back to the Black Chamber. You got pretty good range on it. You can kind of see a bit of the combat as it's unfolding. Do you want to continue your retreat after the Kenku, or do you want to stay here and fight with your friends?
I fight for my friends.
No, I was talking to Murph.
No, I'm just memeing.
Oh. Nerd
Okay.
stuff. Murph, you there?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in around this area and fight.
Okay. Do you have any spells you want to cast into the chamber?
The
The
I
ones
was gonna use. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the ones that are right in front of Oris look like they're still well wounded. Everything else looks like it's fresh.
Gotcha.
So if you're wanting
I have
to
questions
use,
too.
oh, real quick, let me finish there.
Just whenever.
If you use one of your spells that are lower damage cantrips, you might be able to pop one of the ones off in front of Oris. If you're wanting to use something bigger, then go for it. And then Kate, what were you going to say?
How do you figure out your jump height or whatever?
So your jump height is your strength modifier. That's the height that you can leap up. If it's 0, it's
Okay.
1. All right. So Davos, what do we got?
I'm gonna move up a little closer, and then I'm gonna use Dissonant Whisperers.
On one of the larger ones, because
This I think one of the ones in front of you said in front of Oris, right?
those are the ones that a really minor spell could kill. Dissonant Whispers being a first level spell. If you're wanting to attack something big, these bigger ones are the ones to do it to. If you're wanting to just pop one off with like a cantrip, these are the ones to do it to. Don't waste a Dissonant Whispers on that one, is basically the DM suggestion.
Gotcha. Oh, shit. I guess I'll get started on this one right here then. Shoot. I'm gonna attack the one that's to the right of the Dragonborn.
Okay.
How do I I got a 10.
Oh, and Dissonant Whispers, okay. And one more time, again, just trying to help you out here. If you look at the ones that look the same, those are the tiny baby ones. The ones that look like they're massive meat chitness ones, those are the harder ones. So this one here, next to Phi and Oris, that one's a bigger one. But the one that you're saying that you're targeting is a little one. So I'm going to ask you one more time, and this is...
All right, I'll use it on the bigger one.
Okay. So then, saving throw
But-
fails. All right. And then on its initiative, it will need to run away. Okay. Perfect. All right, Kelder, it's your initiative.
Can I Burning Hands these 5, or can I only get 4 of them?
Again, what you want to do is basically look at the mapping. It looks like with this instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, basically all the ones except for the one directly south of you.
Okay, cool. So I can, if I stand right here and cast Burning Hands, I can get those 5.
Yeah, the exact same spot, right? Okay, go ahead and roll your burning hands.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna do this at I guess 2nd level.
Okay. All All right.
Hold on, that only cast it a second.
Or that cast it at first. You need one more d6.
Oh, okay.
You said you cast it at second level, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a total of 13 damage, DC 14.
Yep. All right.
All right.
You watch as Kelder kind of like relinquishes the first burning hands. More of these Kruthiks kind of appear over the burned ones, and he shoves his hands back forward again, throwing flames over the lot of them. And basically 5 of them drop to the ground, and the larger one seems to be kind of just boiling, and like pus is kind of leaking out of its insectoid form.
I guess I'll move closer to this guy. Actually, no, I'm going to stay over here because he's trying to lure him in, so gives him more room for them to swarm around him.
Okay. All right.
That's it for me.
Okay. Fi, in your current position, it looks like the one directly south of you is basically too afraid to do anything besides run. The one directly to your west is currently laughing its ass off. And the one directly north of you is the only one that's active near you that would attack you. If you move away from it, it will get a free attack, but Borgu's in a position to react and defend that if it becomes necessary.
Is it possible for me to move away and
Yeah.
that opportunity, and then also make a spell?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to take the swing at you at disadvantage. 12 doesn't hit you. Yeah, you're fine.
And I wanted to attack the one still available with Toll the Dead.
Okay, the one that attacked you. Okay. And go ahead and just click the spell for me. Oh, roll the one on the front page. Click that one instead. I think it'll do the damage.
I'm not on my spell list.
Yeah, it'll show us the spell card if you do it that way.
Oh, okay. Let me do that. Sorry.
It's alright.
I think it's on my. I don't see it on the first page.
Hold on a second. It is strangely not on your first page. That's real weird. Okay, hold on a second.
I clicked it from the spell page before.
Yeah, they do update sometimes that make it get lame. Here we go.
There.
What'd you do? You villain. Okay, so
Okay.
it should be on your main page now. But
There we go.
I didn't get a chance to change the damage. Oh, hold on a second.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I didn't tell you I was trying to do it.
Not a mind reader, damn it.
Try it again.
Okay. Can it do two monsters, or it can't? Oh, it says that. All right.
Okay. So then it'll take 5 points of necrotic damage. Perfect. All right. It looks wounded, but it doesn't look like it's... well, it looks like it's bloodied, basically. And for those of you who aren't as old school as some of us, bloodied just means that it has half of its hit points remaining, or less than. All right. Borgu will attack the same one. Hits and kills it. Once he does so, he kind of steps north to intercede in between you and the one that's still active. Okay. pleasant. The thing is filled up to about a little less than halfway.
Okay. Should I go and try and find the other vial?
What other
Or should
way?
I help you guys fight? Because there's one more vial, isn't there? We're missing one.
I don't know. Maybe.
We have blue, green, black, gold, and there should be 2 more then. Because it's 6.
Sounds about
I
right.
wouldn't leave that room.
Hmm?
I'd stay by the vial. I reckon it's probably somewhere completely different. Unless it's on the curator.
There was that other path that I think it was in this room.
Well, the only other thing
It's
in
like
the room that you're in
to the
right now.
Oh, you're wrong.
Yeah, the only thing in the other room that you're in right now is the dead body of the curator. Other than that,
But he was like all skelly, right? So
he was wearing a robe, and kind of.
Can I go check his robe while I'm waiting for the?
Sure. You find a
'Cause I mean,
gemstone.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
anything.
if you're just
Okay.
searching and rifling and stuff, you find a gemstone. It appears to be a diamond worth about 300 gold pieces.
Okay.
And you also find a key, which looks like it fits perfectly into the door that you unlocked by yourself.
Oh, okay, guys.
All right, that's
fine.
your action, and you're just you
Yeah.
kind of hear it like filling up in the back. It's like you're waiting in the drive-through. You know, you're like, let me get my black substance. I need my soda pop.
So we still need 2 more vials, though, right, guys? 'Cause
Probably.
we have the black one, we have the green one, we have the gold, black, green, gold, blue. That's 4, and we need 6.
I think we need 5.
No, because there were 2 on each side.
And then one
I'm not
in
in
the
the
middle.
room, so I can't see it. But there were 2 on each side, which is 4, and then the dude in the middle had both of his hands out, so that's 2.
But it didn't look like he had any place for them to be put.
Oh,
Yeah, they look like there are
Never mind.
4
That's
slots
okay.
in actuality.
there's only 4 slots.
Yeah,
Oh, so then we have them all.
maybe. We'll see. Oris.
Should I?
Oh, go ahead.
I don't have any more steps, do I?
No. Yeah, you moved over to the
Okay.
body, checked it, found the 2 items you found: a diamond worth
Okay.
300 gold pieces and a key. And if you're
Okay.
putting that into your notes, just write it down as the curator's key. Oris.
I'm gonna risk getting stabbed in the back.
That one looks like it's not actually able to engage.
Okay, I'm gonna move it. And shank the bigger one.
Go with it. That's going.
No, I'm not.
You hit it like solidly, and it just kind of like stops the blade, like not getting through the armor.
Typically, can he could say in Goblin, "Fuck you" to the critic. Typically,
really.
can speak Goblin.
Doesn't seem to notice. Okay. Kruthic will move over the body of its dead friend and land here, I think. This one on its turn is just going to book it. Ah! Dissonant whispers are scary. 1910 times are scary. They move to there. And to, I think, actually here. And this one here. A little bit of this action. And a little bit of this. All right. Oh, one more. One more. No, a couple more. Yikes. Sorry. Micromanaging Zergs is hard. Alright, so a couple attacks on Oris. Miss, miss. And then the adult will... Yeah, miss as well. Okay. And then the ones on Borvik will type more. You villain, we can hear you typing. Miss.
Sorry.
On Borguk as well. But the one in the back it kind of turns around, and you can see it kind of like quivering, and you see spines fire out of the back of its chitin armor towards Phi. That'll hit Stephanie for 5 points of damage as a spine of basically cartilage or nail material just slams into you. It doesn't enter you, it just kind of like gives you a nice scratch. Davos.
I'm gonna ready the Butcher's Bride. I'm not sure if that requires an action.
No.
Then I guess I will move forward in front of Phi and attack
Okay.
with that.
Protect the healer. Good job.
Where is that?
Should be the last. Yep. You swing it in and hit against it. It doesn't cleave into the meat of the creature. Seems to be very heavily armored. Okay, Kelder.
Okay. Oris, I'm gonna have to leave you, buddy. They're getting kind of overwhelmed over there.
Not fun. Oris would
Okay.
probably.
All right. Oris is like all about this, living his best life.
This is the most fun he's had all year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try and disengage. I'm just gonna move over here. So if you want to take your opportunity attack, so be it.
Okay, let's take a look.
I'm gonna attack with my short sword, drawing it as I do. So now I have 2 weapons, and I'm going to attack the one.
Oh no, hit. Sorry. 20. I forgot.
Nice.
Yeah, they have packet tactics, so they have advantage when they attack. No, it doesn't have anybody adjacent to you. No, you're good. 11 misses.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna attack the one
Okay.
above me.
What'd you get?
18,
That hits.
4 damage. Offhand with the rapier. That's an 11.
Miss.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You managed to needle in the short sword just in, underneath 2 plates of armor. It wounds it a little bit, but it doesn't even seem to be noticing you. It seems to be focusing on Borgut. All right, Phi. Stephanie.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I think something cut out.
What would you like to do?
I am going to. Hold on, let me take a look at them. Big one that's in front of me next to Kelder.
That one there.
Yes, I want to. I want to do the guiding.
Guiding bolt.
Or guiding bolt.
Okay, throw it.
Hold on. I see what it's doing. Sorry about that.
It's okay. All right, 13 will miss its armor class, so the attack misses. You
Okay.
just watch as a bright, radiant bolt fires from Phi sensor and just kind of shoots out over the tops of them, missing. All right. Just bad rolls, really. Borgu will move backwards and take an opportunity attack. Hold on a second here. He will get hit. That will be enough to bloody him. So he is pretty wounded. And then... you watch as he kind of like... and then breathes outwards, and you watch as this just massive wave of green smoke flies out from his mouth, just waving over them using his dragonborn breath. Some saving throws here.
Is this person not a person, actually?
He's Dragonborn.
Is he just not here, like, as a player?
It's not, no, he's the NPC. He's
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's an NPC that's not trying to murder you.
Okay.
I know these are rare, but yeah. Basically, as the wave of his dragon breath breathes over all of them, you watch as the smaller ones fall to the ground, and the larger ones kind of take wounds. The one that's laughing kind of just starts choking on its own laughter. It's the way to go.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are wounded. All right. Pleasant.
I'm going to go to the gold room, the room with the gold.
Okay, it'll take you all of your 90 movement to get there, and so next turn I'll reveal it to you.
Fine, yeah.
Okay. All right. Oris.
Oris is going to use... Can I use my bonus action to cut myself a bit more before I swing?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do I take a point of damage or something for it?
Sure.
Or because I'm raging, is it...
Yeah, one point.
Okie dokie, and then I'm just going to...
The big one or the smaller ones?
Big one.
Go
Small ones haven't hit. I've not been hit yet, so...
Yeah.
I'll go reckless.
You got to say
I can't
beforehand.
use my bonus action.
And it's not a bonus action to do it, but I will allow you to go for it this round. But in the future, say it before you do it. That'll be 12 damage to it, right? Or are you wielding it two-handed?
I can't. I've got a shield.
Okay, so 12 damage. All right, it looks bloody. Pretty solid hit. Okay, this is the part where you get surrounded.
Come for me, you filthy bugs.
What'd you say, Stephanie?
Is he good on health? Like...
Yeah, he doesn't look wounded at all. The only damage that's been done to him is by himself. Calder, you can make an opportunity attack against that one as it passes by you.
Okay. Does 15 hit?
Does not. It looks like they are very up-armored, to say the least. But, yeah, that said... The one that came from across that ran away, the one that has the purple dot on it, no longer affected by dissonant whispers, will run up onto the pillar and jump off of it and land in that position, and then spin about and kind of like get ready for attacks, but not this turn. Alright, I have advantage on my attack rolls against you. 14 misses, 7 misses, 22 will hit. Take 7 before reduction, so 3 after. That's it from the young ones. Oh, it should have only been 2 on the young ones. We'll say that's the Kruthic, adult Kruthic's first attack. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 attacks. So 11 because I hit with the first one, so hold on a second. Alright, 12 or 11 attacks. Here we go. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. And your AC is
19.
okay. Miss, 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 hit, crit, miss, crit. So 2 regular hits and 2 crit hits. That means you're taking, I'll give you the half total, so bear with me here. 13 plus 9 plus 12, 21. 21 plus 13 is 35. 35 half would be 15, 16, 17. 17 points of damage.
Woo.
You guys are watching these things swarm around Oris, and you're watching blades kind of cut into his flesh and blood kind of flare off, and he's just like ready to go. All right, Davos.
My turn.
Yes, sir.
Alright. I'm gonna cast
What are you casting?
Sorry, I'm dissonant whispers again.
Not the one in front of you.
No, I was gonna cast it on trying to ping it, the one that's up and to the right of Aura, so maybe you can have some kind of an escape route.
Gotcha, because he's
Yep.
whelmed right now. I get you. Okay, go ahead. Just see that damage. And it fails its save. Alright. 11. Okay. And 1 second. I just want to make sure I read it right last time. I want to know if it flees now or if it flees after. Hold on. And must immediately use its reaction if able. You can take an opportunity attack if you want, or as it runs away from the source of the... What'd you hit?
10.
14, you're still recklessly attacking. But miss.
Oh, yeah.
Kelder.
Sorry. First attack with my rapier, offhand attack with my short.
Okay. Miss. And...
Crit.
That'll work. Go ahead and roll damage.
So this is just basically going to be 2d6.
No, it's going to be 1d6 plus 6. So, yeah.
9.
Solid hit, but it's still standing.
Okay.
Alright. 5.
My range on the Healy Speaky.
Who are you healing?
I wanted to heal Oris.
Oh, okay. So if you wanted to use a bonus action heal for healing word, you're fine. If you want to touch him and cure wounds on him, you'll need to be in this square.
I don't think I want to get too close to them though.
That makes sense. I wouldn't want to either. But so what you can do is healing word on him, and then you can cast Toll the Dead or one of the other cantrips on another target.
Gotcha. I'm going to do that, and I can do that where I'm standing, correct?
You do not have to move, yeah.
Cool beans. I'll go ahead and I don't need to cast Cure Wounds, or do I? Or Healing Word.
Yeah, roll a d4 and add your Wisdom modifier. So 7 for you, Lewis. Okay. And then click on Toll the Dead. And I'm assuming you're targeting the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last time.
Go for it. It'll take 12 necrotic damage, and that'll put it down. Okay. You watch as the necrotic bell appears above it again, tong, and knocks it down into the floor. Borgu kind of looks at the situation. It looks like he was ready to pounce on it with his great axe, but seeing that it's down now, he kind of just steps down and comes towards the one in the middle here. Swing. Crit. Alright, good deal. So he'll deal... Oh shit, max damage. Yeah, he kills that thing. Dang, way to go, man. Solid. Okay. Pleasant. It looks like basically at the end of this turn, that liquid jar will be... Oh, you're not there, though. You've moved on. Hold on a second.
I went to the gold.
Yep. Bear with me here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You should be on that screen now.
Yes.
And you have your full movement. So if you want to move 30 and then bonus action for 30 more and then action for 30 more if you want to run fast.
Okay, so this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, but it's a star pattern.
Oh,
on the floor. Sunburst.
So
if you
that
will.
one's probably the middle.
Maybe.
That one probably goes in the middle then. I don't know. I can't see the runes. Other people.
Yeah, maybe. But it's a starburst.
Input.
Yeah, or a sunburst, rather. So, all right.
Okay.
So
So that's what the middle design was.
Middle design was all of the symbols, including
All
the
of them.
sunburst.
Was there a sunburst on any of the outer 4?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's more.
Okay.
There's more vials that we need to get.
It's probably accurate. Okay. Oris.
Gonna stab recklessly. What the big ones? The big one that's bloodied.
Okay. You're reckless,
23.
right?
Yeah.
I don't see a 23. I see a 27 crit on the first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know why it's accidentally rolled twice.
So a 13 plus 8 is 21. Plus 2 more is 23. And you're attacking the big one behind you or in front of you?
The one that was bloodied already.
You split
Can't
it
remember which one.
in 2.
Yeah.
All right. Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's me done.
All right. Let's beat the crap out of you.
You can try.
Stab, stab, miss, miss. Even with advantage. Stab, 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 stab. Stab, 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 stab. All right. Miss, 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 miss. Hit, hit. Take 10, having it 5.
You're hanging in there, bud.
And it was 6 and 4 damage, so it would half even. But yeah, they are ripping him. Anybody else that if anybody else is in that spot, it'd be like shoving your hand into a blender. But he seems to be totally cool with it. Davos,
He's chuckling under his breath.
he's having the best time.
Gonna move. Oh, that guy's back, huh?
Yeah, he would have been moving that way after Whispers down.
Gotcha. Can I switch to my hand bow?
Yeah, pull that out. Shooting at the ones
Yeah.
coming towards you, or one of the ones back in this. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Outstanding. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that.
All right, I apologize. It's hard to control Zerg Rush. 2 attacks, one against Borguk, one against Davos. Miss on Borgu and hit on Davos. You're taking 6 points of damage, Murph. And then an attack on Kelder, and you have a 20 AC right now.
18.
18 AC right now. Okay, still misses. All right, that's it. I'm done for reals this time.
Alright. I'm going to use the Butcher's Bride and strike the one that's right next to me.
Okay.
Let me roll.
All right. Anybody want to spend? Does anybody have inspiration?
Did I use my Bardic Inspiration?
No, a different type of inspiration.
Gotcha.
Nobody has it, right? I haven't given it out. All right.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Well, you miss. Clinks against the armor. Yep. Kelder.
First attack with the rapier on the one in front of Davos.
Hit.
4 piercing damage.
And second attack.
Offhand with the short sword.
You really keep rolling a 1 on a d8. It's gonna miss.
That's a miss.
Fi, Toll the Dead, or anything bigger.
Can I heal and Toll Dead?
If you use Healing Word again, yeah. On
Can you do that?
Oris again.
Yes.
Give him a d4. +4.
I'm gonna go to my sheet.
Okay. Alright. So 8 back for you, Lewis. And then Toll the Dead on that one there. Success. Solid hit. It looks like it's now bloodied. Alright. Borgu will attempt to use the opening and take an attack. Hits against the armor. You watch as his axe like hits it and then kind of like holds there and he kind of tries to push it down, but it just slides off the side. Alright. Back up to the gold chamber. Are you wanting to rush past this and go to the next chamber, Kate?
We've explored all of this chamber, right? Like, do you guys want me to go back and help you fight, or do you want me to find the other vial?
There's a whole nother section we've got to look for.
Yeah, we're not even there with you, so
Yeah, so
do
should I
whatever
come
you
back?
want.
Well, as a player mentality, yeah, they probably could use the help.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I'm asking if you want me to do.
We have
So I'll
all
go back.
the info that we
We
need.
don't have. I don't think we have all the vials.
all right. So
Um,
if you're
So
dashing,
I'm gonna go back.
if you're dashing
yeah.
this turn, you'll be in the black chamber this turn, and then during your
And
next
then-
turn, you'll end your turn in the green chamber, which means
Yeah.
in 3 turns, or the third turn is when you'll start acting.
Okay, and then I grab the vial out of the
Okay,
cup. Okay.
and it'll be
Just-
full.
Yeah.
All right, Oris.
Bonus action, flash myself because I can see something that's trying to creep up on Phi. And then I'm going to recklessly attack the big one above me.
Okay. Yeah, it hits. The one directly above you, you said?
Yeah, this one.
Splat.
Boris is chuckling and just shouts, "I've not had so much fun in years!"
Alright. Let's go ahead and... the creature stops, like, looking to find them, and then looks to the bloody mess that is Oris, and will step into position to help fight there. The one that's against Kelder here, also seeing, like, the meat and not really caring about all of this nonsense that's going on, will move. You will get an opportunity attack, Chad. Go ahead and take it.
13 miss.
Yeah, it does. And then that leaves one remaining, and it's going to attack Davos, because Davos is bleeding. Alright, so first against Davos. 14, does that hit? Your AC? Yeah, it does. 7 points of piercing damage to you, sir. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 adult attacks, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 little one attacks. Little ones don't hit. And here we go, 10 stabs. Oh, this is looking a lot better. Oh, yeah. All right, so hit, 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 miss, miss, crit, miss, miss, crit. Let me do some math. Hold on. Sorry. All right. The grand total is 43, but the way it adds out, it's actually going to be rounding down, or rounding up, or rounding down rather. It's going to be 18. Hold on. No, sorry. My math's bad. It's going to be 20, not 21 points of damage.
Wow.
He's still standing, I believe.
Barbarians are OP.
They
Bear
are.
totem barbarians are OP.
They
Would have
are.
been
I'm
dead in one hit.
bad.
What's that, Stephanie?
Would have been dead in like one hit.
Yeah, I know. He's got like 40 or 50 hit points, and when he's raging, he takes half damage from each attack.
Damn, that's crazy.
His AC
Plus
is
a high AC.
plus a high AC, yeah. So he's doing his job, soaking that aggro. Davos, the one in front of you definitely seems to be invested in you as its target. You want to Butcher's Bride it again?
Well, third time's a charm, right?
Damn right. Yeah, buddy. All right. You cleave into it, and it does actually fall to the ground. So, yeah, it was pretty well wounded already. from tolling and all that. But the second you do, you watch as like the bride stabs into it, and the second it sits in there, you hear a voice in your head say, "Feed," and you just kind of like hold the blade in there for a second, and then pull it out, kind of like shaking your head, not knowing where that voice came from.
Gotcha.
Kelder.
So Kelder sees Oris.
He's literally
like
just
a flurry
in,
of claws and blood.
I'm trying to. You've seen Starship Troopers, right?
Yeah.
You know those pylons of the spiky things, and like when they get on top and they just start bubbling over and like kind of like ants, like pulling out of like a situation. Oris is in the middle of that. That's literally what's happening right now.
And he's fine.
And he seems okay.
Kelder runs over here, and I use my last remaining spell slot to cast Burning Hands and get those 5 there.
Okay. Do you want to just shotgun blast him in it as well?
Oh yeah, we talked about it.
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna burn you, and he's like, okay.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
You want to be here. Because you hit all
Here?
of them. If you stand there, you hit all of them.
Okay, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do, and I can get there without provoking attacks of opportunity.
You
So
sure can.
let's do it.
Okay, show me what level you're casting at, first or second.
First.
Okay.
Well, literally the last spell slot I got.
Throw it. Ooh, pretty good.
Eh.
It's going to kill the 2 small ones.
I can't make like a dex save or a con save or anything.
Dexterity. Make a dexterity saving throw.
DC 14.
And nope. Yes. Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna burn.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's only 8 points of damage. You'll be okay.
Yeah, it's 4 points. It's fine.
Wait, you have fire damage too?
Barototem resists everything besides psychic.
Nuts.
So, I do like to imagine the only way you guys know Oris is alive currently is just his laughter coming from this tomb
of bodies. The 2 small ones kind of splinter off of your legs where they were kind of stabbing at your legs to try and kill you. But the larger ones are still kind of hounding over you, and it looks like they're standing on top of the corpses of the ones that have fallen before. So there's literally a pile-on effect, and you are literally kind of like fighting up into them. All right, Lady Fi. You can still see him, though. I mean, he's not invisible, because otherwise you wouldn't be healing worded. But, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and...
The most wounded of the lot appears to be this one to the north of it. It's kind of just, like, sizzling from that shotgun blast from Kelder.
And after I do that, after I heal him a little bit...
Okay. Another healing word. And how many first level spells do you have remaining?
Here. How do you know? Is it the number in the
Yeah, you've
corner?
you've cast 4. So hold on a second.
Like I have one left, perhaps?
So you start with 4. So you've cast 4 first level spells. This will be your last. And then you still have 2 second level spells remaining. So on slots remaining at the top there of the first level slot, just change that to 0 after you cast that. And then your second level slots are still 2. You can use second level slots to cast first level spells, by the way, and make them more powerful.
I've not been using that counter. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No worries. But yeah, 7 hit points back for you, Oris. And then Toll the Dead. Go ahead and throw that on me.
Oh, shoot, sorry. Hold on.
It's okay. No worries.
Here we go.
Alright, not too much damage on it. Doesn't knock it down. Alright, Borgu, seeing the situation as it unfolds, will move into position, and we'll try and finish up the job there. 18 right on the nose, and then... Yeah, that'll kill it. Basically, you're kind of like feeling a little overwhelmed. You see a little bit of a pocket, fires everywhere. You hear like tolling bells. You look behind you. You see the Krutha kind of like getting ready. This big axe just goes boom, slams it down, and there's Borgu kind of like, "We're gonna dig you out, buddy."
Thanks for joining the party.
Pleasant, you've made it through the green chamber. or not the green chamber. You made it through the black chamber. During the start of next turn, you'll be in this room. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag you onto the map so you can see what's happening.
Okay, and then next turn I can
do things. Yep.
Yeah.
Oris. Upon her return, though, real quick note, is you will note that. Oh, I think I just accidented. There we go. The map went black, didn't it? Sorry. Yep. I did the wrong thing. There we go. Oris, go ahead.
What happened when she returned?
You would notice that in her hand she has the vial, and it's filled with the black substance.
Oh, good. I'm not doing this for nothing. Reckless on the last big one.
There's actually a reason why I'm awesome. Yay! Hit. So 7 plus 2 is 9. And which one was this? Ping it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Alright. Still standing, but literally on its last leg. Like, you've cut a lot of this thing off and burned a lot of it off, too. Alright. It'll go to Kruthix. They're not smart. They smell blood. They want it.
There's a lot of blood they can smell.
Oh, yeah. And individually, they don't know what's going on between the lot. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hit, crit, hit. Hit, miss, miss. Hit, hit. Alright. Ooh, that's pretty solid crit. 40 points of damage. So half would be 20.
Oris is down.
You guys watch as blades and Oris kind of disappears in the throng. Alright. He's currently dying, not dead, but the red X denotes that. Davos, it's your up.
Alright. We'll move here. Butcher's Bride. And the buttocks.
Get it.
On this individual. It's not letting me ping it, but I think you know who I'm going for.
I gotcha. Since they're kind of focused on the feeding frenzy here, I'll say the attack was made with advantage. Alright. As you cut into the back of it, it kind of spins around and notices you. Kind of like an angry dog being kind of like interrupted while it's eating. And you hear the word in your head, feed, as you cut into it and make it bleed a little bit. Killed it. If you got another burning hands, I'd say shotgun.
I don't have another burning hands.
Are you out of spells?
I'm out of spells.
This is great.
If there's one more thing...
I used 3 burning hands just this fight.
The one in front of you at the diagonal is very wounded, though, if you want to stab it.
I do want to stab it, and then I want to try and keep the rest of them off my buddy.
Okay.
$22?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah!
Ooh. In the greatest a tradition of old, the creature had exactly 9 hit points remaining, meaning full chat in effect. Go ahead with your second attack with a short sword. Yeah,
wow.
Roll a 20-sided dice. Okay, so you stab it with the rapier, relinquish, push the short sword down. It's spinning around as you do it, and its blade hand kind of snaps to the side, and you're not expecting it. Your short sword gets hit from your hands and slides at 5 feet. All right, fire up.
Does he need that?
He needs it.
Take it back.
Yeah, if you want to pick it up and like toss it to him, I'll let you do it for free. I just need Chad to make a dexterity saving throw to catch it.
Well, I have advantage on those because
yeah, your blade sawing. Go for it. Yeah. So basically, it hits your feet. You pick it up and toss it to him very quickly in the midst of your actions, and he kind of just snaps and kind of brings it back into a spinning flourishiness. It's your up though. Yeah, he's definitely down in the middle there, Oris, and you probably don't want to go in there. But if you're healing word at second level, it'll be 2d4 plus 4.
Can he get healed at this current state, or do I need to?
Yeah, he's not dead. He's just dying. Oh, actually, you don't roll any dice. You maximize your dice because he's down. Grave Cleric says when you cast your healing on a wounded creature or a dying creature. So, Lewis, you gain 12 right off the bat.
Woo!
Do I still have
An action, yeah. The
um?
one in front of Chad looks like it's so wounded it's chatted.
It's chatted.
This is a terminology for the new people. If a creature is ever said to be chatted, it has 1 hit point remaining because Chad has this habit of hitting creatures so hard but not following all the way through. That 1 hit point
As I
remaining.
clearly just demonstrated.
Can't
Yes.
Can I want to go up to it, and I'm actually going to attack it with the sword. So
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a sword attack.
I don't have sword. Is the dagger okay?
Yeah, just dagger. That'll miss. Yeah, it hits against the armor, but it doesn't go all the way through. You didn't stab hard enough. All right, Borgu is going to step forward. All right, and look down at Oris and kind of like swing hard against the one that Lady Fi just swung at. Hits, and he could not have killed. And kind of look down at you and kind of like hold his hand out. All right. Pleasant. You are on the scene. Everything that has a red X on it is dead. It looks like there are 3 remaining.
There's literally piles of them. You were gone for like maybe 30 seconds.
I was gone for like
Yeah.
like 3 turns, so maybe like 30 seconds. Damn. Okay.
And Oris is in a pile.
It smells like freshly cooked seafood.
Yeah.
So all of the ones that are alive, they're pretty close to dying.
Some of them are wounded, some of them look fresh. The one that's closest to you, this one I'm about to ping, see it?
Mm-hmm.
That one
Yeah.
is wounded. If you put yourself right next to
Okay.
Davos here, by
Yeah,
dashing,
that's ours.
you can get a sneak attack
Okay.
in there.
Oh, okay. I was gonna use my bow, but can I use my sword?
Yeah, it'd probably be better. If you move
Okay.
to it, it would be exactly your speed, so you don't actually have to dash. And then you can go ahead
Okay.
and scimitar attack.
Okay. And how do I do that?
Just click on the grandmother. In the
The
middle there.
oh. Mm.
Okay. And yeah, that'll hit. So she kind of like runs in, does a quick forward roll, brings the blade up as it's facing off against you, Davos. And you watch she cuts the mandibles and the front end of its face off, and it just kind of plunk, dead in front of you.
Hey guys, sorry, I was gone.
In her other hand, she's holding the substance. Yeah. Oris, you're up.
Go grab Boggy's hand, get standing up, turn to this one here, and just swing at it.
Go with it.
Just roar of anger and rage at almost at being knocked on.
Okay. We've gone a little over, you guys. I hope that's okay. Someone put the substance in the jar. Wasn't supposed to. Which one did you target? The one to your left? Right. Okay. Solid hit. But not enough to drop it.
And I'm not raging anymore, so I'm about to get hit for some real stuff.
Yeah, we still don't even know where the big one's at.
Yeah. All right. Hit. No, I'm kidding. Did you attack recklessly on that last one?
I can't. I'm rage. I'm not. I've
Okay.
not got rage anymore. I went down.
Then yeah,
And
you're
I'm
full
out.
AC then. Miss, hit, miss. You're taking 7 points of damage. All right, Murphy, Davos is up. Yeah, it looks like the only ones remaining are the two. Yep, you got it. Butcher's Bride. All right. Yeah, solid strike. It doesn't kill it, but it definitely wounds it. You don't hear the voice again. Instead, you kind of just feel like a bit more, satisfied. Like you feel like you're kind of, fed, I guess is the best way to state it. Kelder.
I guess just move in and keep stabbing things till they're all dead.
All right.
Isn't the big one still over there by the grate?
They don't know where the big one is.
Oh, it moved.
I never had a big one out yet.
Oh, I thought there was a really big one in
I
front of
think
the
There
grate.
was a really big one in the center of the grate.
I accidentally put it there. I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, okay. Guys, I think there's a big one.
Foresight.
Great.
What is happening? All right. Kelder, you stabbed.
Sorry.
Did you hit?
Miss.
Yeah, 18 AC is what they've got, by the way. Fight. You have 1 second level spell remaining. You might want to save it until they drop. But if you want to toll the dead on either one, the more wounded of the two is neither. They're actually the same amount of wounded.
I'm going to do. Oh, it's not clicking. The one that's next to Oris and.
Okay, the middle one there. All right,
Yeah.
throw it.
Sorry, I'm on trackpad again.
Wow.
Oh, poop.
Takes 9 points of damage as it misses its saving throw. They're not very good at the saving throws when it comes to mental stats, you guys. Good note. But they are very heavily covered in armor, which is causing our bigger guys to miss. Borgu swings. It glances off the armor. All right. Let's see. Now, what you can do here, Kate, is because you can't really enter a square adjacent to them unless you run in a full circle around the back end. You could do that. You could do that. I mean, that is an option. But you could also step into Borgu Square, take the disengage action as a bonus action, stab it, and then step back into your space, taking no opportunity attack. You kind of like sneak through the crowd that's fighting them and bring in your sword to help.
Okay, yeah.
Just make an attack with Grandma.
Well, can I just use my bow or something?
You could, but that's, I mean,
It probably just wouldn't be as effective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their giant swords aren't getting them. I don't know how good a bow would.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus that sword's super magical.
Yeah, you're right.
That'll miss though, and then you'll pop back into your spot. All right.
Wow. Why would you suggest that?
Because you rolled a 10. Oris.
Smacking this one.
All right. That hits. Yeah, that'll do it. You bring the axe down, smash into it, kind of like bleeding a little bit. Kind of look over the last one, trying to be intimidating. It doesn't seem to care.
Also, just gonna spit a bit of his probably burnt off beard and blood and probably a tooth or two just at the creature as a bonus action, just like.
Yeah. The last one will attack twice. Both attacks going into Oris. And one will hit, and it'll do 9 points of damage.
I'm down.
Thud. Alright. Davos! Step forward and attack, right?
Yep.
Get it. That hits, and that'll kill. As Oris hits the ground, you step forward with the bride, slam into it, and kind of just leave the hatchet lingering, or the cleaver lingering in it as you kind of push it aside. Solid. Well played, guys. But yeah, that'll be the end of the initiative. We do need to track into initiative though. So, are you going to use a cure spell on him, Stephanie, or just stabilize him?
The best option.
I'd heal him.
Okay.
12 hit points back to you.
Okay.
Or actually, use cure wounds. So it'll be 8 plus 8 plus.
I can do cure wounds, though I'm out of.
Oh no! Cure wounds can be cast at second level though. So
okay.
it'll do 16 plus 4, 20 hit points back, Lewis.
Half
I
health.
actually need to keep. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to. Well, because grave clerics, when they heal someone who's dying, they bring them back with maximum that they can heal with. So 2d8 plus 4 max is 20. All right.
Or is this,
Go ahead.
or is he just going to pull out the 2 basic healing potions he's got and just goes, I don't think anyone's going to have any issue with me drinking these, is there? Just looking at them.
Borgu says, "Yeah, I will." Grabs one, drinks it himself.
He's like looking at him, licking his lips.
Just cheers, Borgoon.
That's that.
That's it. It's what? 2d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 2. I didn't hit you again, did I, Chad? Dang it. I rolled
Not once.
the exact opposite. Okay, so that said, I'm going to go ahead and, unless you guys want to continue for a little longer, but a good closing point here. Your call. Closing point.
Good till 3.
I'd like to close.
Yep. So you guys kill all the creatures, and I'll get you experience off the stream. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream for now. But you obviously chose the wrong order of putting things in the thing.